And now, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rimes.
All right, welcome to the show. Thanks so much for spending some time with us, supporting the local economy by supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show and all of our expert contributors. We greatly appreciate everybody that reaches out to the show hotline, and think of us as your local Google. We're your go-to connections for all of your real estate, credit, finance, estate planning, tax planning, white collar, blue collar, all great companies associated with the Consumer Quarterback Show. You can find them online at consumerqb.com. We got Russell Peach back in studio with us. Russell is the owner of Peach Painting. He's going to be first up on the show today. Also, Ronnie D, and Blaze Ignolia coming out and saying government waste, $200 million. Just shy of $200 million in Orange County has been identified as wasteful spending. So it kind of makes you think, what about Hillsborough? What about some of these other counties? What about Gainesville, Alachua County? What about Broward County? I'm interested to see where that's going to go, because we're going to dive into that story a little bit later. Also, Trump kicks 275,000 illegals off of the Social Security rolls, and that's going to open up benefits for more citizens. A lot of good stuff happening nationally and locally. So we want to be that local economist of choice for all things real estate related. If you're looking to buy, sell, or refinance, purchasing a home, we would love to talk to you. I've got my mortgage license as well. We've got a great team of buyer agents, listing agents, investor specialists as well on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And Dave, we got a party coming up, man. Let's tell them.
We do. It's actually Tampa Bay's best speed networking event. It's going to be a much different event than usual, but this one's going to be held at the other radio station, the 102.5 The Bone over in St. Pete. That's going to be Thursday, September 25th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Appetizers and beverages are going to be provided by America's Preferred Home Warranty.
That's right. Yeah, great time. Come on out and meet with us and hang out. And you're invited. Again, our audience is invited. We want to open this up to you, and you got to RSVP. Of course, we have to know for security and other reasons for food and beverage as well. So come on out and join us on September 25th, coming up right around the corner over at 102.5 The Bone. We're going to be right there in St. Petersburg. Food and drinks, beer and wine, all provided. It's going to be a great time. So we hope to see you there. It's going to be a lot of fun. A couple of hot listings, then we'll jump right into it. We got a new listing here at 460 48th Street South, St. Petersburg, Florida. This one's a 3.2, 1477 square feet. You got a block move-in ready home just minutes from vibrant downtown St. Petersburg as well. 460 48th Street South, St. Petersburg, Florida. Short drive to the beaches, close to downtown, close to the pier, all that good stuff. You have split floor plan as well. And a lot of updates, recent upgrades as well. Great opportunity to buy real estate right here in beautiful Pinellas County. One of my favorite listings is 118 Lakeshore Drive East, Palm Harbor, Florida. This one's right on Lake Tarpon. You've got 180-degree waterfront views from this beautiful single-family home. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, 1,740 square feet, quarter-acre lot. And look at that boat dock. If you're watching our YouTube channel, you can see that, and you can see on our other platforms as well. But we greatly appreciate everybody that subscribes to the channel because you can see all of our great content there as well. And getting a lot of views now. We're up on big time on views. But this is a gorgeous home, 118 Lakeshore Drive East, Palm Harbor, Florida. Lots of updates, lots of upgrades. You got a pool, spa, boat dock, boat lift, jet ski lifts. Great opportunity to buy real estate right on the waterfront there. And you can see all of our real estate listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. That's right. That's Charlie's favorite music right there. That's his intro. Something about the bagpipes, it just has that. Man, how do you describe it? What a great feeling. But yeah, what a great guy, Charlie Kirk, man. The 9/11 memorials, yeah, it's something around. You just feel it. It brings out an emotion in you. So, yeah, tough times, man. Shout out to the entire Salem Media family, Charlie's family, the brave men and women that lost their lives in 9/11. It's been a tough week. Let's welcome in Russell Peach. Welcome back in, sir.
Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, man. So, tell us a little bit about your journey, man. I really respect what you're doing. You're owner of a very successful painting company, Peach Painting, right here in Tampa Bay, and entrepreneur or speaker. Sure. You actually do some educational, motivational type speaking as well.
Sure.
Tell us a little bit more about your journey, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's owning a business isn't always sunshine and rainbows. So sometimes there's ups and downs, or there's a lot of ups and downs actually. So started at a young age. We actually just crossed 10 years actually yesterday. So yesterday was our 10-year anniversary.
Nice.
And we've grown exponentially in the last 3 years. Since last year, we probably tripled the amount of homeowners and clients that we've served from the year prior. Doubled up every year before that for a couple of years. But really, it's just a massive amount of just investing into myself, into the systems of the company, and just trying to build a big leadership team. And all hats off to the team that we've been able to build. But started off just doing small commercial jobs, apartment repaints, went into residential house painting. Slowly, I just saw the need for, professionalized contractors, and just really decided to take it serious and invest into coaches and stuff. And ended up getting really involved into the industry that I'm in, painting industry. And within that, a lot of coaches, a lot of time investing in myself. I love coaching people, love helping people. I'm always like the type of person, if you're with me, I'm trying to bring you up any way possible. Like, yeah, I'll make you believe in yourself, basically, even if you don't, just being around. I got connected into the industry. That's how I got into the speaking events, and just trying to have an abundant mindset and put everybody onto the knowledge that I never had for the first 6 years of my business. I kind of cowboyed everything up the first 6 years. And if I can just be the mentor that I wish I had sooner on, it's what I love doing. But other than that, the main business itself just went from small commercial painting, then residential painting, launched the flooring company too. So now we have Peach Flooring. Now we're taking on large commercial projects too, just because, like I said, we have such a big leadership team and so many painters on our team.
Yeah, I love that story, man. I love it. Entrepreneurship. By the way, 10 years in business, man, that's hats off. I mean,
Sure.
Radio show's 12 years now, so I know what it means to have that grind and be in it for a decade.
Sure.
What are the stats? I think, what is it, like 70-80% of businesses fail before 3 years or something like that?
Yeah, 3 years, and 96% within the first 5 years, according to the SBA.
Yeah, those numbers are just staggering, and it's true, because there's so much. A lot of people, they start a business and they have all this emotion and this energy and this initial momentum, but then that momentum wears away when you get hit by all the distractions, all the challenges that can potentially come to an entrepreneur, to a business owner. So that's why I really love highlighting Tampa Bay's businesses here on our show, and that's why I really implore our audience to really try to support the folks that are supporting this show, supporting this programming that you find here on Salem Media and all the great other shows that are on this network as well.
Sure.
One of the things too, man, when you look at painting, it's a grind. I'm sure it's a grind, and you're out there, you're quality, you're making sure the customers are happy, and to be in business 10 years, that says a lot.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. And like you said, adversity. What happens when adversity hits? Are you just gonna curl up in a ball? When you're backed into a corner, do you just get beat up, or do you come back pushing? So, of course, there's always adversity that's gonna hit, but it's not what happens to you; it's what it happens for you.
Right.
A lot of people are like, "Oh, this is happening to me," but no, it's definitely happening for you. What you're gonna learn out of it? So, took a lot of learning lessons within this 10 years, especially these last 3 years. But absolutely, it's just trying to, of course, do a great job, have a professional team, but most importantly, just have a seamless experience, a great experience, even if there are problems. I think the differentiator from a professional contractor and, let's say, a non-professional contractor is what happens on the back end when something wrong goes on.
Right.
So, like, are they going to tuck their tail and run, or are they going to grab the bull by the horns, own up to the mistake, and not pass it off to the client? And hey,
right.
we messed up. We'll fix it. This is how we're going to fix it. This is what happened.
Yeah, standing up for what, hey, look, we accept full responsibility. We're going to be back out there. How can we make it better?
Sure.
And I love getting text messages. I got a text message yesterday. It was something to the effect of, hey, thanks, Brandon. I appreciate you getting right back to us. It's a lot different from our previous real estate realtor experiences. Those types of little text messages and things like that from the client.
Sure.
Those positive moments. That's why I really love, when you think about Charlie Kirk and some of the, the servant leadership like you have, and I try to do my best there as well. And, losing a guy like Kirk really makes you examine, hey, am I going to be, how can I be a better father, a better Christian, a better husband and a business leader as well. But when you look at those small encouragements, even something from a client like that really means the world to us as business owners, because it is a grind.
Sure. And like you said, you look at the Charlie Kirk thing, you look at anything like that. This is like a theology I always live my whole life with, is like, don't get lost in the details. Look at the core of it. So like you said, how can I be a better leader? How can I be a better father, better, man of faith? Yeah. Any of those, look at the core of what happened and everything around it, what he stood for and all.
Yes.
So absolutely. But then you can portray that in different parts of your life, your marriage, your friendships, your business, whatever the case is. Whatever the noise is, don't get caught in the noise. Just look down at the core root of whatever that issue is.
Sure. Absolutely.
That's what I'm a strong believer in.
And if you just joined us, we're talking with Russell Peach. He's the owner of Peach Painting here locally. He also has a flooring company, does residential, commercial. So please shop local, work local whenever you're out there thinking about your projects and things that you're looking to do. Would love to have you reach out to our show, consumerqb.com. You've got the hotline that plays in between the breaks there. You can call us, of course, directly on the hotline, consumerqb.com. You can see links there to all of our expert contributors. Russell's information is on the website as well. You'll see his contact info there. So yeah, a lot of interesting stuff in the news, and I really have been talking a lot about property taxes because, as a business owner, we pay our fair share of taxes, and we have other types of, taxes that we're paying. But this was really interesting, Dave. When you look at this screenshot, it's Blaze Ignolia. Today, our office, he's the CFO for the state of Florida, works closely with Ron DeSantis. Today, our office revealed that over $190 million of Orange County's budget is excessive and wasteful spending. They could easily cut the millage rate by 0.86, that's 86 basis points, and offer property tax relief. They are lighting your tax dollars on fire. $190 million plus. And then here's the text from Ron DeSantis. He says, this is true. Budgets have ballooned, including for things that have nothing to do with law enforcement, because revenue from property taxes have surged. And that's where Blaze Ignolia said they need to start cutting. So yeah, when you look at that, there's when you look at governments, a lot of people don't realize, they think it's just state and federal taxes. A lot of these taxes that are paid by the homeowner, you get those yellow notices in the mail once a year. It's about this time of year they're coming out, those trim notices. And if you look at those millage rates, that's something that the local government controls. And it'll say what it's for. It'll say schools, it'll say fire, et cetera on there. But, hey, I'm all for this. I'm all for this DOGE effort in Florida to reduce property taxes. I think it's ballooned. I think there's a share of waste, fraud, and abuse in almost every county. It's my belief that there's potential for fraud and nepotism. Whenever you have governments and you have these NGOs, these government organizations, nonprofits, and I for one, I'm sick and tired of seeing my dollar shrinking, especially since Biden started printing money 6-7 years ago, or what was it, 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago, that they started printing that money. Our dollar is not going as far as it could, but the current administration is doing everything in their power to fix that. Your thoughts, generally speaking, around taxes and just running a business is hard enough, and then you have all the taxes on top of it, right? Yeah,
of course, taxes are always going to play a big part in it, and of course, we could fight tooth and nail as much as we can. With the right person in office, of course, maybe things will shift in the right way that we want it to. Without the right person, it'll shift against. I personally just laser focus on the things that I can directly control.
That's it.
So I try not to get so lost in the noise again,
Sure, and that's right.
So, but of course, I totally agree, and I think that's why cryptocurrency and digital currencies are going to be a huge thing for the future.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, diversification of assets. You look at, we've got Shane Socash coming up on the end of this show as well. David Reynolds Jewelry Coin. He talks a lot about people that are investing in precious metals as well. So, all right, quick break. We're going to come back more with Russell Peach here in studio with us as well. Shout out to our friend Lee over at Lee's Royal Services. Also, say hello to Lee at Lee's Royal Service for all your home and office cleaning. Lee'sRoyalServices.com. Check him out online, home and office cleaning, Lee'sRoyalServices.com. Quick break, right back.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rimes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
Did you know that we buy houses cash? We can close quickly for a all-cash offer on your real estate properties, residential, commercial, even vacant land. We'll buy your property cash. No cleaning, no showings, and no hassles. You can even possibly stay in your home post-closing. Call Brandon at 813-917-1894. Submit the email at consumerqb.com or call 813-917-1894, consumerqb.com. We buy houses cash and fast.
Attention business owners, did you know we have 100% financing options available? Our no money down program offers 100% financing for business owners. If you are currently leasing your commercial space, you can purchase real estate for no money down. Additionally, the program offers money for working capital, equipment, and business fixtures. You can even pay off current business debt. Reach out at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. brimes@kw.com. And that is our 100% financing, no money down program for business owners. We would love to help you buying, selling, or investing in real estate. 813-917-1894. brimes@kw.com. Ours Creole Smokehouse, the official Pinellas County restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Say hello to Doug Clark, chef and owner Doug Clark, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Ours Creole Smokehouse, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Excellent food, wonderful ambiance. Say hello to our friend Doug Clark. If you're facing an insurance claim, don't just trust the insurance company to have your best interests at heart. This is Brandon Rimes, Consumer Quarterback Show. Reach out to rightwaypa.com, our friend Derek Coble at rightwaypa.com. Looking to level up your sales game? With 20 plus years of coaching experience spanning across several industries, Lindsay Rimes helps everyone from entry-level reps to seasoned business owners boost sales, improve work-life balance, and retain top talent with customized options catered to personal, group, or corporate settings. Brandon and Lindsay Rimes offer training on negotiation strategy, business development, and more. Let's grow your business together. Call 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Submit an email at consumerqb.com.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rimes here in studio with Russell Peach. He is the owner of Peach Painting, and we're going to talk with him more about his business here coming up. We like to feature our listings on air. It's part of a strategy that helps our sellers sell faster for more money, maximizing the exposure and the profit on the sale of our real estate properties. 3308 Landing Place in Palm Harbor. Another beautiful listing in Palm Harbor. This one's in Cobb's Landing. This is an executive-style home in a wonderful neighborhood, kind of a golf cart neighborhood there. You're on the lake as well. You have access to Lake Tarpon. 3 bedrooms plus an office, 3.5 bath. 3308 Landing Place, Palm Harbor, Florida. Over a third of an acre lot. Ground level master bedroom, private marina, boat slips with a ramp out to Lake Tarpon. Gated tennis and basketball courts as well. 3308 Landing Place, Palm Harbor. Another great listing from the Platinum MVP team. Keller Williams Realty. 1161 Rio de Janeiro, down in Punta Gorda, Florida. This is Charlotte County, down south here, right off of I-75. 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, 2574 square feet. Just under a quarter acre lot. This is in the highly sought after deep Creek community with minimal HOA fees. You got a metal roof there, beautiful pool, great opportunity, nice kitchen there with granite countertops. 1161 Rio de Janeiro Avenue. That's in Punta Gorda, Florida. And you can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. All right, Russell Peach back in studio with us. What's one of the biggest lessons you've learned over your career? You've been in business over a decade now. And, what's one of those kind of resounding messages that you've seen or heard? And maybe even share a success story as well.
Sure. Yeah, my biggest lesson that, I learned is just that, in my opinion, I get pushback every time I say this, but money is not real. What I mean by that is don't be afraid to invest into yourself.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to invest into the business. And, the more you self-invest into, invest into yourself, the more it's going to directly correlate to your business, either success or failures. I had a really hard time growing the business in the first 5 years. And I just didn't know coaches were a thing. Once I learned that coaches were a thing, money became non-existent. Like it was just not even real. So I just started dumping money into personal development.
Yeah.
Got addicted to the gym, got addicted to, seminars and any online courses, podcasts, books. I started reading like crazy. So big lesson that I took there. Because I think when I first learned about coaches, I'm like, nah, $3,000 for a course, you're crazy. There's no way.
Right.
And I spent my first $3,000 on a course, and it just catapulted me.
Yeah.
Like there was no direct ROI. Like business didn't massively grow, but I just learned so much strategy and so many SOPs, and I'm like, man, there's a better way to do this.
Yeah.
And then that quickly was a huge lesson right there. Should have spent the money sooner.
I love that. Tony Robbins was a big influence of mine, and very similar when you think about that abundance mentality that you mentioned earlier. When you have that mentality, you're not thinking scarcity. You're not thinking, if they win, I lose. You're thinking more of win-win, and then you strategically, your mind connects dots sometimes.
Yeah.
You ever have those sometimes prayers or dreams that end up overnight, your subconscious mind, and you wake up and you're like, wow, I should call this person or do that. Right, you've had that happen, I'm sure. Right, so I love that abundance mentality, and you start thinking about expectation. Like I expect to be successful. When I go into a listing appointment or I go into a situation where I'm trying to close a deal or get business, I expect and I fully understand in my subconscious mind that I'm going to win it.
Yep.
And the worst case scenario is if I don't, at least I made a friend and maybe I get the second round, because I've had those deals where, hey, I lost the first round, they went with someone else. Because a friend said this one's better, whatever it might be. But I got it the second time because I maintained my composure and I said, hey, I'm here to help in the future if anything should change.
100%. Yeah. Wipe your hands, just clean it off as a friend. And at the end of the day, it's a relationship. Relationships are so powerful.
Yes.
And, there's either if it's just, it could even turn into a great friendship. No direct ROI off of it. But, it could lead to more deals in the future. But yeah, your mindset's everything. Once you master your mind, you'll master your life.
Yeah.
So I think if you're walking into, for our sales team, a sales appointment, and you're thinking about, oh, this job messed up. Oh, I didn't sell this last person. I got all these problems in my personal life. The people on the other side of the fence, they're going to read that off of you, you know? And so I'm a huge believer of affirmations and just, telling whatever you speak, you can speak things into existence.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This radio show is an example of that. Well,
Absolutely.
Russell Peach, what's the website or how do you want people to connect with you, sir?
Yeah, peachpainting.com or peachflooring.com. You can look us up there. Instagram is Peach Painting Tampa, I believe. Same with Facebook and Instagram. They're the same handle. So yeah, absolutely. Feel free to connect. If you just want to chat, Russell Peach on Facebook or Peach the Painter on my Instagram. You can reach out to me directly or the businesses as well. Whatever you like to do.
He's got his name on the business. Peach Painting, Russell Peach. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, Brandon.
All right, taking a quick break. Coming back, we're going to talk with Richard Cumbie here. He's on Home Run Electric and Communications Incorporated. We're going to talk with him as well. Another local area business, blue-collar company. If you need an electrician, we got one coming up next here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, online at consumerqb.com. Quick break.
This is Work Done, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rimes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rimes here, Consumer Quarterback Show. We got Richard Cumbie joining us in studio, owner of Home Run Electric and Communications. We're going to talk with him. It's a great time of year also to start thinking about your hurricane prep. I had Richard come over to the house and kind of pre-wire my box as well, so it goes directly into my generators. That's a really cool. That was on the honey-do list for me, so that was nice to get that one checked off. So we'll talk with him more about some of the other preparations, hurricane prep, also the types of he works with commercial, residential as well. Again, think of our show as the hub of your financial, your real estate, your all of those blue collar and white collar companies that you need connections to. That's our goal. We want to be that connector. We want to be that super connector. That way you don't have to jump on the internet and start searching random companies. We're going to plug you into the best right here locally in Tampa Bay, in the Gulf Coast region of Florida. Our signal broadcast all the way down to Naples, Fort Myers, Marco Island, up to past Cedar Key there over in Orlando. So it's all about, the Tampa Bay, greater Tampa Bay area. We want to be that consumer advocate. And, of course, I want to be your real estate agent of choice, your local real estate economist of choice, that is. And we feature all of our real estate listings live on air as part of a strategy that helps our sellers sell faster for more money, maximizing the exposure and the profit. That's going to lead to maximum profit. We're also certified negotiation experts, and we're going to negotiate the absolute best deal for you, and we would love to prove it to you. 2547 Lexington Oak Drive in Brandon, Florida. This is another listing that we have here in Tampa Bay. Owner is motivated. We just did a price improvement here. 2547 Lexington Oak Drive. You've got a 3-bedroom, 3.5-bath townhome, 1-car garage, 1917 square feet, new flooring, fresh carpet throughout. Beautiful community pool. This is a gated community as well. This particular property also has a level 2 EV charger in the garage, so that would be awesome if you have that type of a hookup there as well. A great opportunity to buy real estate right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. Let's take a look at 9594 Southeast Merricamp Road. One of my favorite listings because it's a commercial building. It is a business for sale, and you're buying the land. So you got about an acre of land. You got 5,725 square feet at 9594 Southeast Merricamp Road in Ocala. This is an investment opportunity as well. Thriving hardware store, lucrative income streams, multiple income streams coming in. Seller financing is available with a strong down payment. Private office, kitchen, conference room there as well. Commercial property for sale from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. And you can see all of our listings at PlatinumMVPteam.kw.com.
This is God's country.
All right, we got Richard back in studio with us. Richard Cumbie, he is the owner of Home Run Electric and Communications. Yeah, man, tell us a little bit more about what you're seeing out there. A lot of people doing that hurricane prep, getting ready for hurricane season.
Yeah, the hurricane season is upon us, and we got a depression that's coming our way from Africa. So we're seeing a little bit uptick of, getting everything ready, getting those generators hooked up and ready for the panels to be ready for all that kind of stuff. Seeing an uptick in some EV stuff going on, and I saw some damages from the wrong hookups that people are doing, and burning up outlets and stuff like that. So you want to make sure those things are hooked up correctly.
Yeah. Give a little overview of what we did. I just contacted you, said, hey, I want to get ready for hurricane season, and you were able to wire directly, basically my generators directly in my box, my electrical box.
Yeah, so what I did is I went over there and took a look at what you had exactly going on, because your panel, it needs certain breakers, and then, we got to make sure that the linemen, when they come hook power back up, that nothing happens to them. So it's an interconnect, so one can't be on, and the generator can't be on along with the electricity coming in from the power company. So went there, assessed it, take a look at it, ordered the correct stuff, got to look at the generator you have, make sure it's hooked up correctly, the plugs are matching, just like an EV, everything's got to match up. So then went out there and just ran it over and made it work.
Yeah, that's perfect, because the last thing you want to deal with is in the middle of a storm or middle of a power outage is running cords throughout the house and trying to figure out where you're going to place your generator. So that's a kind of a pro tip right there, is go ahead and have your box, your electrical box at home whether it's in your garage, wherever it might be placed, and have that pre-wired. That way, all you have to do is crank up the generator, pull it away from the house at a safe distance, and then plug it in, and then it's going to go right into your box. So then, what can you operate at that point, right? Then it's like, hey, you got maybe one AC unit or maybe your fridge. How do you think about that?
Well, it depends on how big the generator is. How many amps you can pull and how many volts that you have coming in. So it determines on that. So your generator, how big it is, or so you just go based off of the size of the generator. Always the smallest isn't going to be the best. If you're trying to get more power, you want to go by kilowatts. The higher the kilowatts is always going to be the best.
Yeah.
So and then you can. That's one of the benefits of working with us is we can sit down and actually say, hey, you can run these things, but you can't run these things at the same time if you're in a bad situation. So we can diagnose that, walk you through it. And, one of the things we like to do is the customer services, went away from our foundation of our society a lot of times. And what we try to do is we try to implement that and bring it home and, hey, give people what they want. They'll tell you what they want. Just give it to them.
Yeah, exactly. If you just joined us, we're talking with Richard Cumbie. He's the owner of Home Run Electric and Communications right here in Tampa Bay. And one of the things to consider also is when you have these outages, you're looking at the appliances, what they're going to take, as far as kilowatts, et cetera, but also just to make sure you're maintaining your systems. What's your thoughts around the maintenance side on the electrical components of the home? Is there anything there to think about?
Yeah, a lot of times if you're by water, what will happen is those GFIs are going to go bad outside. You want to from time to time, you want to check them and make sure they work. There's a little trip button. You just push test and just let it go back. If it doesn't, that means that you're good to go when those hard times come around. When I first moved in my house a year ago, because you had 2 storms back to back.
Yep.
Right. I had to run, extension cords with a generator outside because we didn't go get a hotel on the day we were going to go get a hotel. Power came back on. But I'm one of those guys just moved to a house, got cords going everywhere, brand new kid. It was a great time.
Yeah, I bet. Exactly. Oh man. Yeah, I hear you there, man. So Richard, let's think about too our audience here. What type of deals are you looking for? Who are you looking to connect with here?
I'm looking for the business owner, a small business owner. Say you got a building that you are inside and you got to maintain that. We want to come in and if you need an electrical outlet put somewhere, if you got some lights you want replaced because you want some LEDs, save some money on your electricity bill. We want to come in and take care of you. If you're a consumer of a household, what we want to do is we want to make sure that the electrical system in your house is up to date. You make sure if you need that panel changed, we're going to come in and get that panel changed out correct, get you permitted, get you right, get you set up correctly, so that way your family is safe and then everything else inside your house is safe. And one of the things that we particularly do, because we're very experienced, is we do security cameras. We do for commercial, we do residential and commercial, but for commercial specifically, we can do locks on doors and card readers and stuff like that and key punches. So there's a very vast things that we can do to be able to help out anybody in need.
Yeah, those commercial buildings, they love to have those types of systems, and it's great for tracking too. Who's in and out of the building.
Yeah, absolutely. Who's working and who's not.
Yeah, I like that. All right, I got some the latest real estate stats as well for you. A lot of our audience likes to, they appreciate. I get some messages saying that I appreciate about the show is that we talk about the local market, Tampa Bay market insights. So this was just emailed to me from our real estate team at Keller Williams Realty. And I just want to touch on a couple of the highlights here. I won't go through all the stats, but detached residences, this is for Tampa Bay, the entire market, Tampa Bay here. So you look at days on market kind of stood out to me. 51 days on market. That's plus 18 days year over year. So in other words, a year ago, it was 18 days less than it is now, 51 days on market. Price reductions, 57.8% of closings had price reductions. So that's kind of what you see when the more days on market you have, there's more negotiating power on the buyer side of the transaction, and sellers are willing to negotiate more, in a little bit more of a softer market like we're seeing right now. So the price reductions were 57.8% of all closings. And the median sales per list price was 94%. So in other words, what the list price was initially, what they sold at about 94.3%. So you're not getting 100% of your asking price or even above your asking price like you might have back in 22. But you're still getting 94, 95% of your listing price. Now, condos, this is a different story. Condos, you had price reductions on 63% of the closings. So over half of the condos that were listed had a price improvement, a price drop, we call it in the real estate space, a price improvement, we call it. And then you had 91.2%. So 91% of the homes or percent of the list price. So the offered list price ended up being reduced by almost 10% on condos. So condos, there's more competition there. You have that whole issue with the Surfside incident, which caused a lot of legislation to affect the condos, and I think that it's leading to the resale value of condos as well. That's all going to get better because here's what's the positive. Let me just kind of go off the riff here. You got Governor DeSantis in the state of Florida talking about reducing or eliminating completely eliminating property taxes. And we just saw with Orange County, they found already $200 million in Orange County excessive and wasteful spending. $200 million in one county in the state of Florida. There's 67 counties in the state of Florida, and one county had $200 million of what Blaise Ignolia, the CFO, says excessive and wasteful spending. So let's just say that ballot measure makes it on the ballot for legislation next year. So we can vote ourselves no property taxes, or let's just say maybe a worst case scenario, hopefully, to significantly reduce them. That's number one. So think about it. If we're able to eliminate property taxes in the state of Florida, what do you think the effect's going to be, Richard, on people from other states coming down?
It's going to be a really good effect. And not only that, who doesn't like to save money? And that's the major thing that we're trying to do. And then, when people get into these elected places and they don't think about the broader span, like a small business owner, every dollar counts.
Yes.
Everything counts. You got to save that money. And where's it coming from? They forget. And so where's that money going to? Well, the homeowner is going to have that money, right? So that homeowner is going to invest in that property.
Yep.
Now you're building up equity into the houses, and now you can draw that market up. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what small businesses trying to do. That's what realtors want. That's what everybody wants. But if you don't have that extra cash sitting around, what are you going to do?
Yeah. So there's typically three things that happen when you save money for the homeowner or the business owner. They're either going to spend it, which is great for the economy, economics. They're going to save it, which is good. Hey, the American savings rate is at the all-time low, while credit card debt at $1.2 trillion is the all-time high.
It's outrageous.
And then thirdly, they're going to invest it. They're going to invest in their businesses. They're going to buy another tow truck. They're going to invest in new computers, new equipment, right? So those are all great things to happen in the state of Florida. Secondly, you have also in New York, I don't know if everybody's been following that, but you've got Mondami up there who, Trump has kind of nicknamed the little commie. He's going to be elected, and Governor Hochul, the New York governor, just got behind him and gave her endorsement. And now, so when that happens, you're talking about government-run grocery stores. You're talking about eliminating a large percentage of the police department in lieu of mental health counselors. So when those types of things happen, man, you're going to see another exodus to Florida. People are going to be moving here, especially if we eliminated property taxes. Come on, man. Get ready for the boom.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the centralized government when the people that making decisions continuously do not listen to the people asking for the change. They're going to go the other way. And if you don't go the other way, you're just dooming yourself.
Yeah.
Right. So Mondami, they're going to elect him, and he is the opposite of what everybody else is because people want to change. Make the change. Listen to the people once again, and you'll be all right. But we'll always welcome everybody down here to Florida.
Yeah, we'll bring them down. We'll see. Just hopefully we can invest the infrastructure if traffic doesn't get too crazy. But if things seem to line up like they're going to, man, this is going to quickly become the most populated state in the country. I mean, it could potentially happen.
Absolutely.
So, all right, quick break, and actually, we got to say goodbye to Richard because I got Shane coming up next. Richard, how do you want people to connect with you?
Find me on Google, or you can find me on Facebook, Home Run Electric and Communications, on both ways.
Home Run Electric and Communications. Richard Cumbie, thanks for coming in, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, quick break, right back. Shane Socash, David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin. He's the owner. We're going to talk with him about a lot of people investing into precious metals and other types of diamonds and jewelry that he has there at David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin. Quick break, right back.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify, or check out our YouTube channel. Have a blessed day.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
Tired of long lines at the airport? Check out Tampa Bay's premier private jet source. I'm Brandon Rimes for Will Smith Aviation Aircraft Management, Acquisition and Sales, Luxury Jet Escapes and Packages. Check them out online, willsmithaviation.com. That's willsmithaviation.com, or call the show. I'll put you right in touch directly with Captain Will Smith. AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com for all of your non-woke, American-made products. American values, Christian, conservative American values. Say hello to my business partner, Jim McCune, at AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com. Say hello to Shane Socash, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, 4009 Central Avenue, St. Petersburg. Online at David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com for all of your precious metals and jewelry design. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com. Hey, Brandon Rimes here for Jason Coble, owner of Coble Law. Coble Law has been handling injury cases in Tampa for the past 14 years and has a specialized approach focused on limiting client cost and maximizing client profit. TampaWorkCompLaw.com. TampaWorkCompLaw.com. Jason Coble, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback
Brandon,
Show,
he's on.
Personal injury law and work comp law. Hey, Brandon Rimes here for our friends at TargetSurveying.net. For all of your surveying needs, land surveying firm providing services for real estate since 1992, and they are statewide. Check them out online, TargetSurveying.net. That's TargetSurveying.net. Selling commercial, vacant land, or residential properties? Don't leave money on the table. List with the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. I'm Brandon Rimes. You can reach me at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. That's consumerqb, like quarterback.com. Buying, selling, investing, or refinancing? We would love to talk to you. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rimes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP team. Keller Williams Realty. We got a property at 17942 Augie Lane in Hudson. Great opportunity to buy some dirt. Owners motivated. We got a great piece of land you can buy and build here. 1.21 acres on Augie Lane in Hudson, Florida. This one's ideally situated, no rear neighbors. Beautiful common area there as well. You got a playground, picnic area. Looks like some shuffleboard courts there as well. You got basketball, tennis court there as well. 17942 Augie Lane in Hudson, Florida. Great opportunity. You can see all of our real estate listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
Only in America, dreaming in red, white, and blue.
All right, Shane Socash, David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin. He's the owner, and we got him on the line right now. Shane Socash, how you doing, sir?
Doing fantastic, Brandon. How are you?
All right. Yeah, man. Blessed and highly favored, my friend. And looking at on your website here and looking at the reviews here, you've got 4.9 stars, over 1.4 thousand reviews. Doing a great job over there, man.
Thanks. Our team kills it. You know, we got a bunch of people who have been with us over 10 years, a couple over 20, and they're fantastic people. They're passionate about what they do, and it kind of comes through, and we really do work to, make people happy. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, I love it, man. So you're still kind of seeing that trend of people investing in gold, silver, platinum, kind of looking at, hey, coming in, having those conversations like we talk about?
We are, yeah. Gold's 3,700, so another all-time high. It just keeps climbing. So it's really gold fever here. It's pretty much all day. People are coming in. They've talked to their neighbors. Their neighbor was in and had a little bit of gold, and it was $3,800. And they're like, "What do I have?" And we do the math, and it's $2,700. And it's just like a tiny little bit in your hand is worth so much money right now. So gold fever is hot.
Yeah, it sounds like it. And then also, I'm looking at some of these reviews. People really love the custom pieces you put together as well. You're able to design custom jewelry pieces, and I tell you, that's a good way to get some brownie points with the significant other, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. When you can so I just had a young man. His wife is a scientist. And he came in and he said, we're getting to the age where I would like my wife to have some jewelry. They're young. And he's like, but she's kind of a nerd or geeky. She likes science stuff.
Sure.
So we made her a chromosome pendant out of 14-karat white gold.
Okay.
And it's like worked with him on the design, and it's pretty thoughtful, pretty tailored specifically to her. I don't know how you could ask for much more, but we can do it all.
Yeah, I love it, man. If you just joined us, we're talking with Shane Socash, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, owner of David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin, and online at davidreynoldsjewelryandcoin.com. Awesome. Jeweler, you can go in there and buy, sell, and trade. So people can bring things in there. You can buy it from them. Do you do much trading? Talk to me about some of your other offerings.
Yeah, so we do trading. Something we just started up. We've only done a couple transactions. Is you can buy it or be paid in Bitcoin. That's something new that we've just started up, and it seems to work out. So that's a little bit of a trade there. But we have people come in. They want a custom piece made. They have a bunch of old mountings with stones. We take the stones out, and the old mountings can be traded towards the custom job, and at the end of the process, we may owe them money. So it's a pretty cool thing.
Now, a lot of times too, people just have these different pieces laying around. They're like, I wonder what this is worth. I wonder what this old coin is worth. What about this jewelry piece? Are they able to bring that in there and get an appraisal from you?
Yeah, so it's like not a written appraisal. It's just our offer to buy. You come in and we lay everything out individually, and we tell you we would pay this much for this piece, this much for this piece. This piece isn't gold. Take that back home. And we work on down the line. We sort through the a lot of times people come in with a box, and they don't even know what they have in there. It could have some coins from Grandma's trip to Europe. It could have whatever, and we go through and separate everything out. And this you just spend, and this is worth X amount. We do it all day, every day.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And creating those different pieces, those memories we've had stories over the years of coffee cups buried in the backyard, or coffee cans, that is, and all this money coming in. So really cool, man. Some great stories, and what a great tradition. How long you been in business over there?
So David Reynolds was founded in 1971. The founder recently came back to work for me. I've been here for 25 years, and I worked for him for 12 years, and now I've owned for 13 years. David Reynolds has been on Central since 1971 and in this location since 1981.
Wow, that's super cool, man. Awesome tenure there. Well, say hello to everybody for us, and thank you for being a friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show. We appreciate you.
You got it. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Well, hey, another great show. We had Russell Peach on the front end, Peach Painting, owner of Peach Painting, Richard Cumbie as well, Home Run Electric and Communications, and, of course, Shane Socash, David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Thank you to everybody that supports the show, supporting the local economy by supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show and all of our expert contributors. Hey, please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another. Be a force for good in the community. We'll see you next time. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Call Brandon Rimes at 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show.